Many thanks, Arun sir, for that morale boosting introduction. My pranams to all those who are present on this platform. It's an honor to be presenting a subject to this August gathering. I request the audience to keep their microphones muted, please. Look around. Ladies and gentlemen, please look around among your friends, relatives, neighbors, acquaintances, colleagues who lost on various opportunities. Opportunities in promotions, opportunities in relationships, opportunities in other fields. And one common saying which I have heard so many people say is, just if I had the courage of speaking those 3 words at the age of 18, life would have been different. Can you guess what those 3 words are? I love you. In fact, many of you must be reflecting as to why you could not speak those 3 words at the age of 18. The fear. It is the element of fear that prohibits us from communicating adequately and communicating properly. Fear is inherent. There is nobody who is without fear. Field Marshal SHFJ Manekshaw once famously said, if a person says that he doesn't have fear, either he is lying, jhoot bolta hai, or he is a Gorkha. By the way, Sam Bahadur, as he is fondly called, himself was from Gorkha regiment. There are fears. Some of them are very common. The biggest fears for the humankind are 1, the fear of height, 2, the fear of water, which I have in abundance. I passed swimming test in Indian Military Academy in 2 terms. And after that, when I had the opportunity to swim in the most wonderful swimming pools with most beautiful people in them, I did not enjoy those things just because I had and still have the fear of water. Then there is the fear of snakes and reptiles, which is very common. And then the mother of all fears, the fear of public speaking. The fear has to be encountered head on and erased. Humans stand at the peak of evolution. Ours is a unique species. We are bestowed with special abilities of communicating in languages, a variety of languages. If you look at a dog, he can only bark. If you look at a quail, she can only coo. A quail cannot bark like a dog cannot coo like a quail. However, humans, they can bark like dogs, they can coo like quails, and also they can speak in their own man-made languages. Speaking is a gift, a divine gift to the human beings. In fact, we say Vagdevi, Saraswati. That is the kind of importance which has been given to speech. I am reminded of a couplet by Kabir Das, a doha. ऐसी बानी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए औरों को शीतल करे आपहु शीतल होए. Meaning, speak in such a way that it comforts the others and also comforts ourselves. I keep asking a question again and again. When speech is so important, do we care enough? And often the answer that I get is no. Why poor communication? The psychologists say there are about 75,000 thoughts that come to us every day. Just imagine in a year how many. And we keep reacting to most of them without thinking. It's very rare that we think, analyze, and give a response to the thoughts or the inputs which we come to us. We have the influence from the environment. A child absorbs whatever is given to her or him through audio, video, and the experiences. And that develops her or his vocabulary, style of speaking. I'll give you one example. With due respect to all Gujaratis and Bengalis, Gujaratis in particular, they find it difficult to pronounce E, the small E. When they have to say that Suresh is being beaten up by somebody, they say Suresh पीट रहा hai instead of saying Suresh pit raha hai. Whereas the meaning of what they say becomes totally opposite. Similarly, often we do not take care to give importance to pauses and the commas. That chalta hai attitude is there. I'll give another example. If I say in Hindi again, roko mat jane do, you can make out whatever you want. But if I give a pause, roko mat jane do, that means stop him, don't allow him to go. However, if I shift that pause or the comma, a word decide, roko mat jane do, that means don't stop him, allow him to go. The meaning is just the opposite. That is the power of a comma or a pause. A recent communication in a WhatsApp group I got is this. Rao will do tomorrow in Mysore today. I posted that communication here. And believe me, anybody who looks at it, he'll find it difficult to understand. In the first go, it looks as if the writer or the speaker is saying that Rao will do something tomorrow in Mysore. And what that last word today means, nobody knows. The real intent by the communicator was, Rao, that is Mr. Rao, I will do it tomorrow because I'm in Mysore today. However, what the communication which has gone, it's totally different. And this care not attitude often results in regret. How often have we not experienced such things that just if I could get another chance, I would say it in a different way. Before we understand more of public speaking, let us understand what is the difference between public speaking and conversation. If it is one-to-one, for example, if I am speaking to my spouse at home, I am facing only one pair of eyes. It is one-to-one and it is easy to communicate or tolerate. The element of fear is less. Similarly, if we are communicating to a shop owner or a salesman in the shop, the communication is with only one person. If a service provider, for example, a washing machine repairer comes to my house, if I have to communicate with him, I speak without fear. In fact, I speak in a state of dominance. But when we have to address two or more people, it becomes public speaking. The psychology and the chemistry changes drastically. We enter into a state of vulnerability. Fear arises, particularly when the number of people is more. Like a deer in the company of hyenas and jackals. So if public speaking is so important, where all can it be applied apart from home and routine places? The first place is the career. Believe me, very few people get the careers of their choice. One common reason is, of course, the availability of literature which is in English language. One reason is that they have not practiced group discussions, and also interviews wherein it is not by one person, but the interview is by a board. There also, once a person is facing a large number of people, the fear sets in. After that comes the promotions. Those who are in a position to articulate well, present their views properly, and particularly in large groups, it is found they are the ones who are selected for promotions. As the seniority rises, the value of communication keeps on increasing. Particularly, speaking to groups and in English language has paramount importance. The combination of English with public speaking is extremely powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, another aspect to public speaking is writing. How many of you have ever written the speeches, read out, rehearsed the speeches before going onto the stage? The figure you see on the panel is very common. Barack Obama. It is said that when he won the presidential elections, the acceptance and thanksgiving speech, which he gave in November of 2008, he rehearsed 30 times, 30 times, yes. And he is one of the most powerful speakers on earth. And in fact, that particular speech is contained in this book, 100 Greatest Speeches. And the last one, that is the 100th speech, is by Barack Obama, by name, Yes, We Can. If you ask some Toastmasters, they will tell what is the importance of writing and rehearsing the speeches. Thoughts we have, ideas we have. What values very much is the presentation. Idea along with presentation assumes enormous value. I give an analogy. We live in a place called Rajarajeshwari Nagar in Bangalore. A restaurant called Kapi Katte sells idlis. It's a very good restaurant. The idlis are sold for 6 rupees a piece. Whereas the same idli in Taj Vivanta costs 60 rupees, 10 times more. What adds the value? Ladies and gentlemen, it is the presentation. Come closer. Let us see how we treat our guests when they come for dinner. The food we serve is in the best possible crockery and cutlery. We arrange the table nicely with a beautiful tablecloth. In fact, we fold the napkins also in a beautiful way. We arranged nice dim lighting. Some room spray or incense sticks are lit. These are the things we consider when we are offering dinner or food to our guests. Why not our thoughts? Do we give that much importance to our thoughts when we present them to others? Think. Another example I'll give you. We go and attend various functions. Let's take an example that we receive an invitation for a marriage wedding 2 months from now. The preparations, believe me, starts now. With due respect to all the ladies, the preparation simply starts with which dress to wear, which sarees to wear. And then the hunt for the appropriate blouse begins, whether it is fitting or not, whether it is matching or not. If not, the cloth is purchased, then the tailors are found out, they go to the tailors, get them staged, and the visit maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. and ultimately a time comes when that particular dress is ready. And on the penultimate day, and also on the day of the function, the visit to beauty parlor has to be there. So that much attention to attending a function and presenting ourselves. But do we go prepared intellectually? That is, which type of subjects are likely to be brought out there? Which type of people are likely to come? Which all subjects should I avoid? Which all subjects should I get involved in? Which stories should I go prepared with? Which anecdotes should I go prepared with? Which photographs should I carry? So that so-and-so people will come and I will show them so-and-so photographs and relive those old moments. Which all songs should I prepare and sing there? In fact, we mostly respond extempore in such meetings also. So suffice it to say that we go with hiding our true selves, the body and also our intellectual capabilities. Whereas when the moment we open our mouth, we are opening our personality to the world. And this involves, that is the communication, which is our inner beauty. It involves the body language, movement, awareness about the audience, and all other aspects. Look at this picture. I asked one of my colleagues yesterday, what do you see here? And she said, I see a mobile phone there. I say, I hardly see a mobile phone there. I see two persons there. In the foreground is a person which is extremely healthy, looks very strong, very cheerful, relaxed, and is holding a phone. Probably he is enjoying something on the mobile phone. In the background, I see another person who is doing exercises. The person in the foreground, I take it as the person who has arrived. He has got very good health. He's in the pink of health. Whereas the other person is attempting to reach the heights of health which the first person has. How has he got this health? By begging? Of course not. By borrowing? No. By stealing? Impossible. By inheriting? By way of a will or so? No. Has he bought like a dress or a jewelry? Absolutely not. He has earned that health. Similarly, friends, the skill of public speaking is earned, like the health which has been earned by this healthy person. When public speaking is so important, let us see how much of public speaking happens in various positions. I am a mechanical engineer, particularly my interest is automobile engineering, so I'm taking this example of Tesla. I hope you all have heard about it. It is one of the top companies of the world manufacturing electric cars. Now, I assume that there are mechanists to the CEO in that company. So between a mechanist and a supervisor, how much is the difference in communication? A machinist hardly speaks. At the most, he may have some chit chat with his fellows. And sometimes when he has to give a report to the supervisor, he'll come up to him. Or if there is a problem, he may walk up to him and discuss the problem. The supervisor, he has to address the group or the people who are working on the shop floor almost every day. And also he has to report to the manager. Between the supervisor and the manager has to take care or address many supervisors, and also he has to communicate with fellow managers, whether he's in finance department, stores department, etc. And also he will have to present to his reports, etc., to his CEO. Further, he may at times be required to communicate with the outside world, that is the suppliers, customers, etc. And therefore, the level of communication skill required at the level of a manager is quite high. Now coming to the level of CEO as compared to the manager, he is the one who is constantly speaking to the environment outside. with the suppliers, with the customers, with the fellow CEOs, with the investors, and anybody or everybody in the outside world. I'll give you one example from my own service career. Between 1996 and 1998, I was posted in a beautiful place called Wellington, ensconced in the mighty hills of Nilgiris in Udagamandalam or Uti district. It's a unit which is a workshop which I was heading at the time. And our eldest son, who was about 5 years of age, he used to get dropped by the bus from the school at a place called the military hospital. And from there, our residence was about 300 meters. He would walk down. And sometimes he used to walk into our unit, which was on the way home. He used to come inside, drop his bag, and spread himself on a sofa. Sometimes IMI used to ask him for some milk. He used to have milk biscuits. And if he's lucky enough, he would have some cashew nuts, which is meant for the VVIPs. He used to watch intently how I do and what I do. And after that, we used to both go back home together for lunch. Once his mother, that is my wife, asked him, "What does Papa do in the office?" Do you know what was his response? He said, "Papa does no work. He simply looks at some papers and signs. He speaks a lot on the telephone. He speaks to the people who are there in the office. And that is all. I see other people doing so much of work, like driver driving, the mechanics repairing, but he doesn't. He only speaks or writes something." See, that is the perception of ordinary people as to what the job of the head of the unit or the CEO is. It is mostly communication. So that brings us to a question as to what is the impact of the position of the speaker. If we compare a CEO versus a junior manager, let us say we are in a company, say Tesla again. If a junior manager says, "Friends, this time we are going to have a salary hike of 20% as compared to the 10 or 12% we used to have so far," most people will take it as rumors. Whereas when it comes from the mouth of the CEO, it is taken as gospel truth. That is the impact of communication between the levels of a junior manager and a CEO. Same thing happens at home. If the boys are chit-chatting and saying something, it is not taken so seriously as compared to the words uttered by the head of the family. And same happens in public life. The difference between, what a minister says and what ordinary people says, how it is taken by the public in general. I'll give you one more example, again from Tesla. Elon Musk, he is the head of this company called Tesla. The event happened not long ago, somewhere in January of 2022, about 9 months back. We all use WhatsApp in our mobile phones and laptops. That was the time in January when the security issues related to WhatsApp were being discussed. And somebody asked Elon Musk, "So what do you have to say on the security issues of WhatsApp?" Elon Musk uttered 2 words. On Twitter, he uttered just 2 words. "Use Signal." Ladies and gentlemen, Signal is another software like WhatsApp for mass communication. Can anybody tell me what happened when those 2 words were uttered? I allow you to unmute and say it loudly. Anyone? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, on that fateful day, 11th of January 2022, the share price of the company called Signal went away by 884%. Yes, you heard that right. If you had 1 lakh rupees invested there, that value in that one day would have been 8 or 9 lakh rupees. That is the kind of impact a person at that level has on the general public. Now that brings us to the question, the program which we are conducting, for whom is it meant? Ladies and gentlemen, it is meant for all those who have fire in their bellies, those who are aspiring to rise in their life, in their family affairs, in their careers, in public life, and serve the community. It is meant for all those who want to make Bharat stronger. It is meant for all those who consider themselves as ordinary but want to become leaders, the collectors, commissioners, ministers, entrepreneurs, heroes, business people, all those who want to be successful. It is meant also for the teachers who will make these leaders. In fact, it is meant for all those who want to feel and be confident. Young and old, men and women, employees, owners, entrepreneurs, it is meant for everyone. You may be asking one question: what is in it for me? Ladies and gentlemen, it is a program which is one-time learning and lifelong earning. The value which anybody derives out of this program and by using the skills goes on increasing, unlike the toy or the dress which we have whose value goes decreasing by the day. It is the best gift anybody can give himself, to his family members, and also to anybody in and around him, including the child of the neighbor to whose birthday party our son will be attending tomorrow. It is, in fact, the best investment, an investment in oneself one can ever have. Believe me, it will pay heavy dividends. This program is the juice, it is the essence, the tattva of all the training given by world-class speakers, trainers, mentors, whose lectures I have attended, whose videos I have watched, and with whom I have interacted directly. For more information on this program, these are the ways in which you can communicate with us. There is a Calendly link given. Alternatively, you may call us up on these two phone numbers, 93794 92527 or 93794 57929. You may contact me directly on my personal email ID, rama.rao221@gmail.com. And if you happen to be around our place, you are most welcome to visit us at Hello Kids in Rajarajeshwari Nagar, next to Sri Rajarajeshwari Devasthana. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for sparing your valuable time on this Wednesday evening, acceding to my request to come on this platform and be with me for this time. Thank you very much once again. I am grateful to Wax Solutions for giving an opportunity to communicate with you on this platform. I am grateful to all my colleagues and friends who have helped me prepare this program. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. The platform is open for questions and answers for next 10 minutes.
Can you switch on the video, please?
Mr. Lakshmi Narayan R.R. Gowda, please come forward.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, what is the duration of this program and timings, please?
Okay, firstly, this program is online also, and this program is offline also. The minimum duration is 2 months. That is, we have scheduled it initially for 8 weeks. After that, anybody who wants to continue is most welcome. I suggest anybody who wants to have more information, please contact me. Come with all your questions, sit with us, or communicate with us on telephone, the way it is convenient to you, and get resolved all the issues which you have.
So what is the cost of this program, sir?
There are varied costs, different for students, different for entrepreneurs, and different for college students.
So So may I know the cost for retired persons?
Come over one day, we'll sit together and have a discussion on this.
Over phone? Is it possible over phone, sir?
Most welcome. I have given the phone numbers. And in fact, I'll show the presentation. You may take a screenshot.
Mr. Colonel Rama, can you just put your phone number in the chat box so
Yeah,
that
sure.
those who
I will
want
do
it
it
they
right
can take
now. Right now. There goes the phone number. I'll speak. 93794 92527. One more number is 93794 57929. I say the numbers again. 93794 92527. Another number is 93794 57929.
Mr. Vineet, who is a professor from Muzaffarpur University, has a question. He has asked, is it relevant for professors?
Mr. Vineet, I've been a professor of mechanical engineering in Alliance University, Bangalore. There, I realized that public speaking is much, much more relevant in a classroom as compared to speaking at any other place. The students take the professor's words very seriously. And the way we communicate, the way we bridge or make a bridge or a link with the students, it matters very much. And public speaking involves that also. It involves stories. It involves anecdotes. There are so many things which are there in public speaking, which are along with the subjects which you must be taking.
Professor Vineet Kumar is a highly decorated person and he has been honored in various national platforms. He is very well known to me. Vineet साहब, जरा अपना वीडियो ऑन कीजिएगा. Mr. Vineet, can you hear me?
Professor Vineet, if you can hear me, it will be a pleasure communicating with you. If you are listening to my voice, please come on the screen.
Or you can. How old are you, Vineet? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, namaste Vineet ji. Great pleasure communicating.
Thank you, sir. Very nice session you have conducting.
Thank you.
Really appreciate the value you have put in the entire program and make it very sweet and simple. Your approach is highly appreciated. I will talk later on, sir.
It will be a pleasure communicating with you, sir. Please, at your convenience, we will communicate.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, friends, if there are no more questions or views, with many thanks to all present here, I hand over the platform back to VAC Solutions.
Thank you, Colonel Rao. It was an honor to have you present on public speaking, and it was done in a wonderful way. I'm sure that there are a lot of people here who would be interested in really, scaling up their abilities to speak in public. And, your observation of speaking to an individual being conversation and speaking to more than one being public speaking was very well taken. It was a great insight. And in today's world of competitive environment, not being able to communicate exactly what you want to say is a great disadvantage. The attention span having been reduced to nearly 6 to 8 seconds, if you are not in a position to articulate adequately and powerfully and impactfully, the speaker is at a loss. I sincerely hope people will take up this opportunity to learn the fundamentals of public speaking from you and build a career and a beautiful life for themselves. Thank you. We look forward to more such programs from you on our platform. Thank you, friends. Good night. And let me remind you once more that next Saturday, we have a program by a strategic finance consultant, Mr. Mohan Kumar, on finance for non-finance people. I will be posting the links. I will be posting the registration link on the WhatsApp. And I will also be sending it by mail. Kindly register for the program, and the joining link will come to you in email. Please check your spam box also in case you don't have it in your main inbox. Sometimes the registration link goes to the spam also. Thank you, friends. Good night.